Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Emily Jean. Happy EJB Halloween. We are kicking it off this year with something really fun. I don't think I've done this on my channel and I have wanted to for years and years and years. Correct me if I'm wrong. Halloween vibe, to get in the spirit of Halloween. It's not necessarily like a costume. I'm just showing you this really fun orange and black Halloween makeup inspired look with the gorgeous spiderweb eyeliner detail. And the reason I've been wanting to do a look like this is because I feel like there's often times where you're going to a Halloween event or something festive that's not necessarily a costume party, or maybe you are a little bit older, an adult, and you're just going to have a fun little Halloween festive day, or even visiting your child at school, something like that where you just want to be in the spirit but not a full costume. And that's where we can have the most fun with makeup. Even doing this kind of makeup on Halloween, if you're passing out candy at your house or something, I just think it's fun and exciting. Not everyone wants to do like the full costume thing, and this is obviously great last minute idea because really all you need is some orange tones and good black eyeliner. To be honest with you, this look took so much longer than I thought. You definitely need a precise hand and patience to get this little effect under the eye with eyeliner. I used a mix of like a liquid liner as well as really small fine detail brushes, which I show you guys all of that in this video and in this tutorial. It is going to be a voiceover, so I'm hoping you're going to be able to see all the little details, and I'm really going to thoroughly explain how to achieve this look. I ended up kind of finishing off the look with this beautiful beaded headpiece just to kind of make it more fun. That's from White Fox Boutique. I will link it down below. Gold hoops, just a little black top, and there we have it. It's so cute and I feel very festive and fun. There's glitter all over the eyes. I don't know if you guys can even see it. Let me zoom in a little closer. So this is the look up close. My spider webs definitely aren't perfect, and you could totally actually get it a little bit messier and maybe do some blending and shading if your lines are kind of wiggly and you can't have that straight hand. You could totally do more of like a shading effect with the spider web look. But either way, I think it's so cool, so fun, and truly doable for anyone as long as you have patience and a steady hand. So yeah, that's the look I'm showing you guys today. If you want to follow me over on Instagram and TikTok, I'm going to be posting a bunch of behind the scenes Halloween stuff and of course all other sorts of content. You can follow me at Emily Jean Beauty, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, definitely click that subscribe button. I'm just very excited to be back into EJB Halloween. Use the hashtag if you guys recreate this or get any inspiration from it. I'd love to see your looks. It's the most fun thing, seeing everybody kind of take their own spin on all the different Halloween looks. I'm just showing you like the basic makeup tutorial for this look, and stay tuned because I have 3 or 4 other Halloween makeup looks that I'm going to be doing that are more like costume based. And if you guys want to get into the Halloween spirit and learn this black and orange spiderweb vibe, then just keep watching. Okay, we're starting off with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I've been loving using a spray at the beginning of my makeup looks lately. Okay, I'm going in with this new product that I picked up from Too Faced. It's the Hangover RX Lip Balm. They have a few different scents and shades. This is the original one, and it is so good. Highly recommend. I'm obsessed with it, just prepping our lips with that. Then going in with Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, one of my all-time favorite primers, and I feel like this is especially good for Halloween looks because it does create that tacky finish. Okay, now moving on to our eyes, I'm going to prep them with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is just going to conceal and prep and prime the lids, blending that out with my Real Techniques beauty sponge. It's pretty much the only sponge that I will use. Then going in with one of the palettes for this look. I love this palette. It's such a great one. It's from Juvia's Place. You can get it at Ulta. I believe it's only $20. All matte shades, and I'm taking the matte bone, kind of a white shade, and applying that all over our lid, all the way up to the brow bone to fully set and prep our lids for the shadow. Okay, I'm taking that camel brown shade and applying this in the crease, inner to outer corner, really blowing it out. And I'm also kind of dragging it and kind of creating that cat eye effect with the shadow on the outer corner. Doing the same thing on the other eye. And of course, since we're doing our eyes first, you guys can get as crazy as you want with the shadow. Quick little Celsius break. We're going in with the orange shade now in the center of the palette. This is a great kind of starting orange color to really pack on that shade. Again, you can be as messy as you want because we are going to clean up all the fallout later, which is why I definitely prefer doing my eyes first on more dramatic looks or Halloween looks, anything like that. So packing this all over the lid with kind of a flat packer brush. I will link all the brushes I'm using in this video down below as well. Going back in with the fluffy crease brush, I'm taking that peachy color and kind of throwing this in the crease just to add some more color, more dimension, focusing it a little bit more on the outer half of the eye. Now for the cleanup technique, CeraVe lotion, a little cotton pad. This is the best way to clean up any fallout, and it's also just really easy on your skin because it's just, you know, your regular face lotion. Here is my cat Pickles interrupting me, walking all over my vanity when there's no room to walk on it. Okay, goodbye Pickles. We are going to be moving on to blending out our eyeshadow even more. I'm just going back in with some of the orange tones, a clean brush, just making sure everything is fully blended and blown out. Now going in with this Morphe Hot for Hue palette, and I'm taking the orange color in here. These are kind of more like neon, vivid shades, so I'm packing that orange all over the lid, being a little bit more precise this time, flicking a little bit on the outer corners, and I also added it to my lower lash line later on, which I did not show you. Now I'm using my Scotch tape for the best eyeliner trick in the book, taking this L'Oreal Super Slim liquid eyeliner, and I'm creating a thin black line all the way from the inner corner and then creating a long wing along that tape. The tape is just acting as a barrier, so when you pull it off, it will have the perfect straight line. You just want to make sure your tape angles are equal on both eyes, and that's really the only thing you have to do. Take it off and boom, we have perfect liner. I definitely made the liner a little bit longer than I normally would because we are going to be doing the spider web effect. Okay, we're moving on to our foundation. I'm taking the Dior Forever Skin Backstage Foundation as well as this Wet n Wild foundation. Two very different price points. You totally do not need to mix these, but I was just doing it more for the color purposes. So these both kind of have a natural glowy finish, both very great foundations. Okay, now I'm blending out my foundation with the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge again. I'm just using the flat side and blending all over my face, down my neck, onto my chest. Make sure to blend into your ears, your hairline, everywhere. Just really take your time with blending your foundation. It is so important, especially if you're wearing a more like low cut top or something like that. You want to make sure all the colors and textures blend. Now moving on to concealer, I'm using the matching concealer to the Dior foundation, the Dior Backstage Concealer. I love this one, and I specifically picked this one too because it's kind of close to my foundation shade. I didn't want anything too overpowering or too bright for this look. Blending out with the same sponge but the opposite side, and here you can see where I applied that orange shadow on the lower lash line previously, so you can just smoke that shadow under there before you do your foundation and concealer, and then that will clean it up a little bit. Okay, I'm applying a little bit more on some acne spots that I noticed. And we are quickly moving on to some powder. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder and really setting under the eyes, just dipping my sponge right into the powder, then right under my eyes. Pretty quickly, you want to make sure all your creases are blended out before you set them, or else you will be setting those creases in place. Now I'm taking a powder brush and taking extra powder to really set the rest of our face down and make sure everything is going to last all day, all night. And here I'm applying some to my chest as well. Again, the colors and textures are so important. Now moving on to contour and bronzing, I'm taking one of my favorite Kylie bronzers in the shade Almond and a Morphe angled brush, and I'm just contouring, bronzing up the contours of my face. Obviously, I like to start at the top of the ear and kind of work my way towards the corner of the mouth, but stopping right along where the nose is. if that makes any sense. I'm definitely going a little bit overboard and crazy with the bronzing for this look just because it is Halloween and I want that extra color to my skin. So I'm also applying this to my temples and my hairline, on both sides of my forehead, along the nose pretty heavy, and of course down on my jawline now to really give me that definition. Now I'm going back in with that powder brush that we used just to make sure everything's blended out. I also contoured below my bottom lip to give it a little bit of shadowing. Moving on to blush, I'm using one of my favorite Rare Beauty liquid blushes, applying that on the back of my hand, swirling my brush in there, and then applying directly to the cheeks, mostly on the apples of the cheeks. I wanted to use this blush today because it has lots of pigment and I wanted the cheeks to really complement the eyes. And of course for Halloween, we just always want a little bit extra. Okay, I'm extra blending this out with my sponge as well, just to make sure nothing is too harsh. Now moving on to the brows, I'm using my Brow Wiz and a clear brow gel from Charlotte Tilbury. Boom, I forgot to transition, but brows are done. Okay, I'm going into this neutral palette from Makeup by Mario in the black shadow. I sprayed my brush to get a little bit damp, and then I quickly realized this method wasn't working. So I took my Makeup by Mario pencil eyeliner and coated up my brush with that, and then started to make the 3 lines under my eyes. You can see the first line is a little bit longer and then a little bit shorter, and then the one closest to your tear duct is even shorter. Now I'm moving on to a liquid liner, which was the easiest and the best for pigment, but I think still using a brush to start your guidelines really helped me. So just finding the product that works right for you, and you just really have to take your time with this step. So I recommend just like screenshotting or pausing the video where you can see both spider webs, and then you'll be able to follow the guidelines. So you basically start with 3 lines, 4 if you include your winged liner, and then you want to create like an upside down U shape between each line and do 2 different layers for that. Here I'm going in with a little brush and concealer, and this is the best trick and definitely your best friend in this look to really clean up any edges. My lines were definitely not perfect, but I think using that cleanup method really helped. As well as I go back in later with another definer brush, taking that black shadow again in my Mario palette, and I'm going over to kind of create more of like a shadowed blended look. Therefore my lines didn't need to be like perfectly straight with the liquid liner, so this kind of gave more dimension. I honestly really like how the blended out smokiness looked. You could also honestly shade within the spider web too if you kind of want to cover mistakes even more. So boom, the spider webs are done. There I was showing you my little trick and also showing you where I put the orange shadow. Okay, moving on to some more blush. I'm taking this big blush from Milani, a bright pink color, just to top off the cheeks and really make them pop. You guys know I love me some good blush, especially in a Halloween look. Okay, this next step is totally optional, but if you love some glitter and sparkle, this part is super fun. I'm taking the Ben Nye glitter glue and applying that to the lids, only on the lid, not in the crease, right below it. Then I'm just taking a little Q-tip to pack on the glitter. This is cosmetic grade glitter that I bought on Amazon. I have a huge pack of all different colors. Oh, I also quickly added this bright red shade right on the outer corner. I wanted to keep the outer corner free of glitter, so I added that shade for a little bit more dimension there. But please be careful with the glitter. You do not want to be using craft glitter. You want cosmetic grade glitter so it is safe for your eyes. I'm packing this all over the lid. I will have the ones that I use linked down below for you so you can check those out. Okay, we're moving on to lips. I brought out my MAC collection for this look, and I'm quickly just lining my lips with one of my favorite go-to lip liners, Milani 09 Spice. Then going in with the classic matte Lady Danger from MAC. I thought of this color specifically right when I finished the eye, so I knew I had to use it. It's just such a bright, fiery, unique color, and I really love the matte formula from MAC. Okay, for gloss, I'm taking the Patrick Ta She's Expensive lip gloss. You can literally see the gold reflex in this gloss, so I thought it was the perfect addition to this look. I am going to add even more dimension using my Mario lip palette and a little detail brush. I'm adding some of that white color to the center. This is going to add a lot of dimension and kind of give us that ombre look. Now I'm adding a little bit of yellow actually to kind of give us more of that orangey tone, blending blending it out with my finger. Now moving on to mascara, taking MAC Giga Black Lash on the lower lash line, L'Oreal Lash Paradise on top, and boom, you guys, this look is done. Feel free to add some big lashes. Alright, you guys, that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. It really came all together. It definitely took me a little bit longer than expected, so if you guys are planning to do this for Halloween, give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, especially with perfecting that black eyeliner. Use the liner, use concealer, do a little cleanup here and there to really perfect those lines, and you just have to have a little bit of extra patience for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think it turned out so cool and fun, and honestly I feel like very pretty and glam and just fun, and I feel very comfortable. I don't have to do the full costume. I think this is just such a great, easy, fun thing, especially for my makeup lovers out there. Add a few accessories. I just added this hairpiece, some jewelry. You're good to go. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Stay tuned. Like I said, I have 3 or 4 other looks coming very soon within the next week. Halloween is literally like maybe 10 days away from the day I'm filming this, so it's around the corner, and I cannot wait to share all the other looks with you guys. Of course, follow me on other socials at Emily Jean Beauty to stay in the loop with things. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any other videos from me. Also, don't forget to use the hashtag EJB Halloween if you do anything from this look. I will also link all my old Halloween videos down below if you guys want to check out some other unique looks. I try not to redo anything twice, so I have a bunch of other fun Halloween makeup looks if you guys want to binge those as well to get inspired. And that completes today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!